Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an extremely important video. So if you do not think that what I'm speaking sounds right, then this video is not for you. This video is for the people that believe in what I'm saying and they have similar thoughts. So my thoughts on college, what I think about college. Is college right for you? Well, college right for me. How expensive college is it really going to be necessary in the future? All these questions, if you are an adult, and all these questions may sound just ridiculous to you, but me, that I am the one that is in college, these questions are like, I have an answer for each question. So I wrote a couple of things down here on my computer, and I'm going to be speaking about that. I want to start off with how I grew up in my family. I grew up in my family with my parents saying, okay, you have to graduate, you have to go to college because it's the most important thing in your life. College is going to get you everywhere. Without college, you're nobody. Basically, that's how I grew up in my family. Without college, I'm a no one. I graduated high school, which is extremely like the biggest goal in my the biggest goal that I have met in my life was graduating high school a year early, which is extremely important to me, and I'm glad that I have one down, another more to go, which is college. I've been in college 6 months. 6 months in college. I go to a college where it's a year-round school, and I take one class each month, which slows me down a little bit because normally other universities you take like 4 to 5 classes a month, and it means that you'll knock out a whole lot of more classes than I will. But my university is a private school, and I'm not going to say the name, but the university that I go to is a private school, and it is extremely expensive. It is something that I myself couldn't afford if I did not have help from, like my student loans and stuff like that. When I graduated high school, I went into college, I did qualify for a couple of grants, and I also qualified for FAFSA, which is very known here in Florida. I got full FAFSA. It covered a bit, honestly, a bit. And even after that, I still have to pay monthly. So it doesn't mean that even though I qualify for all of these grants, it doesn't mean that I'm going to, the college is going to pay, for everything, for me going to college, for all of that stuff. So it's really expensive. That's one thing I do not accept from like all this college stuff. Is this really going to be necessary for you? Will it change your life in the future? Okay, depends on the degree that you have. It all depends. Throughout these 6 months that I have been in college, I have met a couple of people that they have degrees like masters and bachelors, and they're working at my job. Like that's where it makes you think. If I'm going to spend all these years giving you all this money that, at the end of the day is coming out of my pocket, because even though you're lending it to me, I still have to pay you back. So if I'm paying all of this, I graduate with a degree, all happy. Am I really going to use my degree at the end of graduation? Am I really going to find a job? Unless I'm a doctor. Like, a doctor doesn't take like 12 years, to get through, like 12 years of studying, even more. It all depends. I wanted to be a surgeon. I wanted to be a doctor. I always said that I wanted to be that when I was in high school. But now that I'm in college, and now that I see where my money is going, is when I realize, do I really want to spend my entire life in school? Or do I really want to spend my whole time, like my whole life, paying loans? No, I don't want that. I really don't want that. If I was a millionaire, if I really did have money, then I'll be like, okay, I'll stay in school because I know that the job that I'm going to have at the end is going to pay for all of this. But I don't know that. So it all depends on the degree that you have. If you're a doctor, of course, you're gonna have extra money left and your loans are already gonna be paid. But if you if you even get a degree like an associate's or a bachelor's or something super simple, and like, let's say forensic investigation, which was what I was gonna do. Forensic investigation is what I like, but it doesn't, I know that I'm not gonna have a job on that, because here where I live in Southwest Florida, we really don't, there really isn't job opportunities for a forensic investigator. And if they're already, you know, if there are jobs, those positions are already taken. So it's like really, it makes you think about what you really want to do. Now, at the end of the month, at the end of this month coming up, I'm not going to be in this college anymore. I'm actually withdrawing to another college, which is going to be a lot cheaper, but it doesn't give me the same opportunities that I have in this college, which is definitely fine. They still have degrees and you know, academics that I could still look into, but they don't. What I had started at first was with forensic investigation, and now I have to pick something completely different because they don't offer it at that school. But do I really want to pick something that I'm kind of interested in, or do I really want to pay like all this money that I might not even have the money to pay for? So those are things that makes, you know, those are little topics that throws me into the bucket of, do I really want to keep doing this? You know, it's tough. When I was back in high school, I loved school. I did all of my homework. I worked, you know, I tried my best to succeed, and my teachers saw that in me. They, you know, I was very known. I was always the person, I was always the student that was finishing their work, you know, fast, the first, you know, to ever finish anything. That was because I was dedicated. But now that I got to college, it has changed my mind completely. I will honestly tell you that I don't like school. That school to me is just a waste of time. That taking an English class or taking, you know, I feel like I'm buying my knowledge. I'm buying what I'm learning, you know? It's like I'm paying for it. So every single book that I pay for with my, you know, with my financial aid is pretty much just, I don't even use them. I do not use my books. And you know, the university I go to, they, you know, they recommend for you to have the book, and the class even tells you, okay, you must have this book, but I do not use it. Books are expensive. They're like $200-300 per book. I really have lost that, you know, that interest, and it's right now at this moment, it's not my thing anymore. Like it has changed me a lot, the way I think about college. And like I mentioned at the beginning, if you're viewing this video at this moment and you think that what I'm speaking about is just not true, or it doesn't fit inside your, you know, inside your brain, then that's because now that you're already an adult and you have a house and you have your family, is when that's when you really do feel like going back to college. But you don't know what the college life is out there. If it's not for you, it's not for you. And although it's not for me, like college is just ridiculous. Although it's not for me, then, you know, I still try my best. I still try my best to stay there and keep on going, because if one day I do not have a job, the job that has been paying me good for like 1 year, if that year is gone and I do not have that job anymore, what, you know, I want to have a degree, like a second option. That's why I'm going to college for, because I want to have a second option, just in case. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go to school to work on a master's so that I can spend my whole life in college. It's a no. For me, it's a no. So guys, that is about it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure that you like it down below and subscribe. And if you have any comments, or any rude comments, or any good comments, any advice, please leave it down below and I will take a look at them. Thank you so much again, and bye.